When you think Olympics, BMX aren't the first three letters that come to mind. But one track in Richfield Township is trying to change that.
But as far as the Olympics goes, we want people to know that it is a possibility for them to come out to their local track and train for the future.
Meet Dennis Wybera, track manager for the past 5 years, but his connection to the sport goes back much further.
The home track that my oldest daughter began racing at, and she was 11 at the time. She's 25 now, so it tells you how long I've been out here.
And how long BMX has been around. It all started in SoCal back in the 1970s, and the sport is gaining popularity thanks in large part to its inclusion in the Olympics. 13-year-old Jason Barrett of Fenton has been racing since he was 6 years old, and according to Wybera, is one of the rising stars this Richfield track has to offer.
I wouldn't doubt that he could eventually have the skills to make it that far.
That's everyone's goal, to be on, to go to Olympics and just to go pro, and it's pretty much every BMX racer's dream.
One of the biggest obstacles facing BMX is the age of the racers. Wybera says most of his are between 3 and 13, which is about the time other distractions can lead them away from the sport.
They have an interest in the opposite sex. That tends to draw them away, but for the most part, they start to become their own person on the track as far as their ability goes. And once they get good and they realize it, they tend to stay with it more often than not.
As the sport grows, more kids are sticking with it past their teenage years, and what was once a hobby is now being rewritten as a lifestyle. In Richfield Township, Jared Smith, NBC 25 Sports.